Basically, President Trump just said, we want you to take some stuff out of the budget that we think is wasteful. And we did. And that upset the Congresswoman. She's entitled to be upset if she wants to. But that really upset the socialist wing of the party. And so we took out, and here's what they want us to put back in. We found that under President Biden, they were spending $3 million for circumcisions and vasectomies in Zambia. We took that out. The Congresswoman says, we're going to shut down government until you put that back in. We found $500,000 of American taxpayer money for electric buses in Rwanda. We found $3.6 million for pastry cooking classes and dance focus groups for male prostitutes in Haiti. I kid you not. I'm not making this up. It was in the budget under President Biden. We took it out. Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez in the socialist wing, the loon wing of the Democratic Party, says we're going to shut down government until you put it back in. I'll just read you a few more that we took out. They are demanding we put back in. $6 million for media organizations for the Palestinians. $833,000 for transgender people in Nepal. $300,000 for a pride parade in Lesotho. $882,000 for social media and mentorship in Serbia. $4.2 million. We took it out. The Congresswoman and the socialist wing of their party says we've got to put that back in for the open government. $4.2 million for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex people in the Western Balkans and Uganda. I could spend the rest of the afternoon. We took all that out. It upset Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez. It upset the socialist wing of her party. And now that wing of her party and the Congresswoman are threatening all other Democrats and saying, you got to shut that government down until we get what we want. And part of what they want is to add this kind of stuff back into the bill. And that's what this fight is all about. We're in the process of negotiating a budget with our Democratic friends. We ran out of time. The cutoff was midnight Tuesday night. That's when the clock struck midnight and the budget ran out. What we had asked for and what we're still asking for is to let's continue to negotiate. We, meaning the Republicans and the Democrats, for 6 more weeks and try to agree on a budget. That's all we're asking. We're not asking for any additional appropriations, any conditions, any stipulations. All we're asking for is what we call a clean CR. All we're asking for is just further negotiating. And Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, who has done a stellar job in rising to the leadership of her party as a member of the socialist wing. They're about to elect a socialist mayor of New York. I think Mr. Mamdani's going to win. They have said to our request, let's just continue the status quo for 6 more weeks. They said, we'll give you 6 more weeks if you will give us $1.5 trillion. That's what they're demanding. And that's why we're shut down. Now, let me say it again, Mr. President. I don't hate anybody. This is America. I sure don't hate the Congresswoman. She is entitled to her opinion, but I'm entitled to mine. And she can criticize my policy positions, but I'm entitled to criticize hers. And I'm here to tell you, Mr. President, in front of God and country, based on her policy positions that she's demanding, based on her policy positions that she is demanding, that I just outlined, $1.5 trillion of pure, unadulterated spending porn. Based on that demand, based on her policy positions, the American people are looking at her and saying, this person has single-handedly put an end to dumb blonde jokes. Because that is the craziest thing I've ever heard. Based on her policy positions, $1.5 trillion of this kind of spending porn, the American people are looking at the Congresswoman and saying, with respect, she must be bilingual. She must speak English and stupid. And that's why we're not agreeing to it. Now, I know every one of my Democratic colleagues, and I know more than half of them know better. They know what we're asking for is reasonable. I'm just asking them to meet us halfway. We're not asking for any additional provisions. They shouldn't ask for any additional provisions. And let us just open back up and continue to negotiate for 6 weeks. Don't be scared of the Congresswoman. Don't be scared of the socialist wing of your party.
Alright, y'all. The government shutdown that has been going on for 41 days has now ended. As you've just seen from the clip I showed. They finally decided to stop bickering, and all that bullshit that the Democrats put everybody through was for nothing. Yay! Wasting time. Yeah! The time that got wasted. Like, for real, putting all those people in a panic and all this shit. Like, for like stupid ass shit. That's just ridiculous. Like, freaking cooking program for male prostitutes in Haiti. Like, my nigga, if I didn't know any better, I would swear that these politicians was getting head, you know what I'm saying, paying them prostitutes for some and then disguising the shit as fucking cooking classes and shit. Like, dead ass. Like, there has to be some nefarious shit that these dudes are doing, like getting some slaves and some shit on the low. Because, like, all this stupid crap that the Democrats tried to push for, which involves like foreign aid and all that shit. Like, bro, we are trillions in debt, nigga. We ain't got no damn funds for that shit. Like, let's just think about this in like common sense as, you know what I'm saying, scenario. Let's say there's this guy named Al. Al works a minimum wage job and shit. He barely getting by, barely paying the rent and shit. And then this dude that he don't know, that came from out of town, tell about he needs money for some like shoes and shit. What would you say Al should do? Give him money, or be like, nah, I barely have any for myself? I'm sorry, sir. You would expect Al to do the latter. Matter of fact, a lot of y'all would be on that type of mode. You'd be like, the fuck I got money for your ass for? I really got shit for myself. If you in debt, especially, giving out cash is gonna be the last motherfucking thing on your goddamn mind, unless you a fucking retard. I don't care if you left, right, whatever the fuck. Last thing you'll be thinking about if you in debt and all that shit is giving out some cash. Not even lending out, giving out some cash. The fuck? You broke as shit. And that's the United States in a nutshell. The United States is a fucking retard. US government particularly, that keeps giving out cash they don't have. They are spending money worse than a stupid OFO that has no understanding of financial responsibility. Combine that with MC Hammer in the 90s with his spending habits and some retarded spoiled brat plus one kid. Combine all three of them niggas and boom, you get fucking US government. The most irresponsible children we have ever seen. The government in general, but especially US. So, bruh. The freaking government since its inception has been, hey, let's make a system just to fuck with and oppress the people constantly. That's all it really is. But like, a bunch of y'all mofos refuse to wake up and smell the disgusting manure that it truly is. A lot of y'all are some retarded shit, either like thinking freaking this system of government can continue to work with how much in shambles it is right now. And what's even worse is those of y'all that think BS like socialism can actually work, communism can actually work. You're a bunch of fucking idiots. And it's like this. What really baffles me. Y'all really believe in that shit? I move to a fucking country with that system. Move to a country where they have that shit going on. Live there for a couple of years. Live there if you're really about that life. Cause like, y'all, I understand not liking countries all, but y'all being for a system of government that is worse than the one the US has is beyond retarded. Beyond retarded. We need to take up a new word just to describe the level of retardation that is. Right? Now, enough of that. I want to get to the meat and potatoes of this is what to do in case this government shutdown crap ever happens again. Because a lot of y'all got fucked up. Y'all couldn't travel for shit. Y'all could go anywhere for jack shit. Not only that, a lot of y'all were panicking OD. Nigga. Y'all had most of the people that were panicking shit. No, actually all the people that were panicking shit that's online. None of y'all were homeless. None of y'all were homeless. Y'all all had roofs over your head and shit. Yeah, y'all going, hey, they shut down my snap. I'ma rob that granny. I'ma rob that granny. Like, bro, what the fuck, nigga? I understand you hungry and shit, but god damn. Y'all niggas was tripping OD. Like, dead ass. Tripping OD. So, next time this shit happens, instead of y'all panicking to the point that you're looking like you're about to rip off your own nipples and shit, I got a better suggestion, okay? First off, do research on actually what the fuck is going on. Like the reasons for the shit. Like niggas are automatically blaming fucking Republican side and shit, when it's like all this ridiculous shit for foreign aid and illegal migrants was coming from the damn Democratic side. That is like the Democrats was just gaslighting the Republicans and pressing the auto blame Trump button and shit, talking about, oh, they try to do this, that, for healthcare. I'm like, okay, where in the bill does it say that, motherfucker? Can you lay out something that actually proves this shit? Yes? No? Maybe? Cause last I checked, yo, that Senator Kennedy dude came out, no hesitation, and was like, hey, this is the actual stuff that these Democrats want to pass. This is the level of ridiculousness it is. And he just explained it bar for bar. Now, I do not see nobody and their moms from the Democratic side do anything this transparent or anything like this. None. Right? Just go to people like, hey, this is the reason why this is happening. This is the stuff they wanted to put in each of the bills and laws and stuff. This is what that does. This is what that does. None of them motherfuckers were that transparent like that Senator Kennedy guy. None of them. None of them. All them niggas did was some bitch-made ass gaslighting. Like dead ass. Bitch-made ass gaslighting. Alright, first off, do research on the subject matter. Search with multiple platforms for the definitive concrete answer. Don't just look for one specific outcome. Alright? There's more options than Google, and it's AI. What I mean by look for more than just one outcome is like, it could be that with the shutdown, Democrats and Republicans were both blaming each other, right? But only one of them sides, you can see definitively that they were telling the truth. And that went by what they showed, the transparency. You know what I'm saying? So, in whatever subject matter, just look for the objective truth of what's going on. All right? Don't just looking for the answer that you want. So there's that. All right. So as for search engines, like there's Brave search, there's what else? Twitter, you can try all those plethora of search engines and then some. Alright, you got options, utilize them. Utilize them to the fullest. That's what I'm saying. Alright, so as for two, once you find out the info of who's responsible for what and all that, now you just gotta track down and hound the politicians. Alright? So you gotta get their emails, their assistants' emails, right? All that, their mailing address, their offices and shit, and then some. Alright? Hound their asses like there's no tomorrow. Alright? Example, the story and violation. Right? Story of the judge and that one justice and shit. Judge didn't give a fuck about anything or anybody, douchebag. So this lady came around when justice ruled this one issue she had and shit. Judge was like, fuck off, bitch. Only problem is lady kept hounding him relentlessly. Day or fucking night. One day he's like, yo, so let me just get this bitch what you want, because I'm tired of being annoyed by her. It's a fucking headache. I'm tired of this. So he gave in, right? He gave in like a Pornhub, like try giving in to poop stalkers for abomination videos. Okay, he just gave in. So whatever you do, be persistent and shit. So there's that. And third, let everyone you know what's going on and why, right? With this whole shit, niggas should have been shared that video of Senator Kennedy, and him explaining all the ridiculousness that the fucking Democrats wanted to pass and implement and all that shit. I should have been shared OD. Like I looked through my timeline on Facebook or whatever, son, not one mention of it. Like son, if it wasn't for Angry Man and watching his live streams, I wouldn't even know what the fuck was mentioned. Like the fuck? Like it really pays to like just have watch and look at folks on both sides. Because like damn, some of these issues is crazy sometimes. The actual objective truth of it is just bonkers. So yeah, just share it with everyone and anybody that you fucking know. Right? Just share it. Oh yeah, fourth thing, just remain calm throughout the whole situation. Yeah, like a lot of problems can end up getting worse unnecessarily because of fear. Not that you should just be mad relaxed about the whole thing and shit, because like being too relaxed and trying to solve a problem can also be a detriment in itself. But operating out of fear is definitely not the way to go. You know what I'm saying? Balance. Remain calm, but be alert at the same time. You know what I mean? Last one would be just have a contingency plan. Have backup plans in case of when shit goes wrong, because that can very well happen. A lot of shit can go wrong in life. Being prepared for it, or trying to prep for it, you know what I'm saying? That's common sense. That's like at least trying to make sure that you don't get fucked over, or at least not that fucked over in the case you do get screwed over and shit. So yeah, and with that I'm done. So like, comment on all that jazz, and I'll catch you later. God damn.